Hey, I'm back, and today I want to talk about how you can use a comb filter to create interesting sounds with percussion, or anything really, but let's get started. So first I'll play this, it's just a drum beat, fairly simple. Okay, so that's easy enough. Now let's open up MComb multiband. First thing you should do is turn the limiter on. If you don't, you might get lots of feedback. Comb filters have a tendency to increase, comb filters have a tendency to get really loud, so just trust me, turn the limiter on. And so now you see we have one band here, and if we move that around, you can hear what it does to the sound. Let me play it with this on. So that's somewhat interesting, but I don't know, you can't really use that musically, at least in my opinion, except for maybe a sound effect. But let me show you how you can do something that's perhaps more useful. Now, we're going to right click here, open this up. I'm going to create two bands. Okay, so the first one here, or I should actually say band 2, I'm going to completely turn off. I don't need that at all. The first one, I have one band here, and what I can do is if I go to the frequency here, I can set this to a musical note. By double clicking it, you see a keyboard here, and on the keyboard I can select any note I want. I'll choose C because that's easy. Put that there, and now let's play it. That's okay, but it kind of sounds like a rubber band, and I really don't want that. But this crossover here, if we move it down, you can kind of get rid of that sound and get something more usable, in my opinion. So I'll play it again, and this time I'm going to adjust the crossover and listen to how the sound changes. So right there, you can still hear that C note, but you don't hear that wang sound at the end. Now, if you like that sound, of course, move it up. You can adjust this however you want, and you can even go into here and adjust the filters to more of your liking if you don't like that sound. On top of that, I can use a second one here, and I can adjust this to another note. Like, for example, if I want this at a G to make a power chord. Now I'll play it one more time. So you can hear that G a little bit, but if I want to make it more prominent, adjust the feedback of whichever note you want to increase the volume of. Let's try it again. So as you heard, it raised the volume, but it also kind of creates like this droning sound. So that can be good or bad. If you want it to drone more, of course, increase it more. If you want it to drone less, do less. And we can go even further. Let's increase this to band 3, and let's set this to like an E. So we can just do E major chord. There we go. And you're probably gonna have to adjust the crossover again, just so you can get something that is to your liking. But let's hear it. So, like I said, that's interesting in and of itself, but there's more you can do with that. So if I do this, I can actually adjust this over time. So if I take, let's say, the first one here on C, if I use this, now in this multi-parameter 1, I have filter frequency 1 in here. And I can adjust this to whatever note I want. So let's say I switch this to banks, make the steps to 2. I don't need that many. 2 here. And let's say I want to switch it from, I don't know, C to F. So first I go in here, put it on C, go into banks mode, click it there, Now it's saved in bank 1. Now I go back into here, move it to F, go back, save that as bank 2, and now when I move it like this, it will move across. Seems like there's one step in between. I might have put 3 steps. I'm sorry. It should be 2, like that. There we go. Now, just moves from one to the other. So, let's play it. So that could be used as even like an alternative to a bass. So you can add some kind of bass notes to your percussion or anything. And you can do even more than that. Let me show you a preset I made before, like this. So this one, I have 2 notes. I have filter 1 and 2. And if you look here, I have something called chords. I have it C, A minor, F, and G. So if I had a chord progression and I wanted to switch it, depending on the chord, I could do that. So let's go into automation here and set something up like that. Let's see, where's my automation make? Okay, volume, I don't want that. Let's go into chords. Okay, so first 2 bars I want as C. Next 2, move it up until it changes to an A. Next 2, move it up higher till it's an F. Last 2, I'll move it up to G, back to C, and then F one more time. So A minor. So, have the automation set. Let's hear it.
Every move you make, every step you take.
I'm sorry, I'm being stupid. I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, you get the idea. You can have this go through there, and you can adjust this as you want. If you think, it's too much, rubber bandiness, just move it down. And another thing is, I can move it up here, and if you use it on a different type of loop, you'll get different characteristics. So here I have another loop. I'll let you hear it. This is a percussive loop. Kind of reminds me of like a Middle Eastern feel. And so if we move these up in octaves, let's say filter 2, I'll move up instead of G here. I'll move it up an octave there. Turn on filter 3. Let me move the feedback down and move that up an octave and make that an E, so it's like a major chord. Now when I play this, it should have a almost string sound, so let's hear it. So there you go. You can use it as kind of a drone behind percussion if you like. And then if you don't like that and you want something really wild, just make it inharmonic. So if I just move it like this, now it's going to sound like a mess. So it sounds like metal, but that's cool sometimes. Sometimes you want things that sound like metal. So that's a way you can use this musically or as a sound effect. But I hope you like this and you got something out of it. If you did, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And until next time, see you.